change the glove for different kind also. And for the contaminate, what's meaning of decontaminate? Really surgery. Need to put on the sterile glove. Decontaminate, wash the, look at the cord for really 7 steps. 10 minutes, continue repeat and repeat again 7 steps. And then decontaminate and put on the sterile glove before operation. Okay? So this is special. And all the procedure, remember, finish, you need to change the glove between different procedure and different clients. And to change the glove, how to change the glove? Have a standard for all the country, okay? So how to change the glove? We're using this way. So this is already getting. We never change the glove like this. Hey, we move the glove like this. Okay? This is dirty, so we touching is not inside. The first is touching the outside. Number 1. Okay? And then put inside out. Number 2. Okay? And then number 3, we move it. Number 4, holding the glove by the other hand. Okay? And then number 5, this is more clean and can put inside. And number 6, turn it out. And number 7, we move it. Throw it number 8. Okay? All the procedure in this is same in every country. We move the glove like this. Okay? So make sure don't touch it. Okay? The outside. This one. And use. Can I reuse again?
No.
Yes, remember, all the latex glove, we suggest once only. Okay? Don't reuse again, especially for the caregiving work. Okay? Use once only. And then PPE. Okay, use of PPE. In many countries, they have different PPE. Some is like this hole, okay? Some is like this hole. But we are not suggest. We are not suggest using this because different countries have different procedure. So today we suggest using cover the eye,
Facial.
the body,
Gown.
and the glove,
Disposable gloves.
and the shoes. Yes. So starting from the head to the shoes, we also have called PPE protect. But the shoes cap is not every time needed, just for if necessary. So when we need to put on the shoes cap?
Louis dresses like covering.
Yes, when we need to use the shoes cap. Yes, in some special condition room. But remember, shoes cap is you need to step on something to protect your shoes. So that's why the floor must have some, secretion, something wet on the floor. We are not sure that is what. Then you put on the shoes cap to protect. Okay, if necessary. Okay, so this is also is full PPE, but sometimes may not need the shoes cap. Okay, if necessary. So starting from the head, okay, we make the cap very easy. But remember, when you put on the cap, you need to tie up your hair.
Yes.
Okay, so in one particle also, you will put on the PPE. Remember, don't make your hair like this with a tail. You
Like
must
that.
need to put all the ending, okay? Up, okay? In the particle, you try to put on the PPE also. So tidy up your hair. And then starting, how to put on first is the mask first.
Yes.
The face, starting from the face. The mask, and then the goggle. Okay, goggle stand aside. Completely sealed, will not have something through into the eye. And then especially the glasses also can cover. And then the face shield. Okay, the face shield. And in Hong Kong now, we suggest the cap is cover the face shield because can protect more around the face shield and the head, cover all the hair also.
Suot mo na
without
tanaw,
its
Pipi.
smoke. And then final is the gun. Okay, it's the gun. So here, the gun, okay? Using the gun here.
Yeah.
This one, okay? You
No.
put the gun like this?
No.
No, you will not put it on the gun like this. Will you put it on like this?
Yes.
Yes, at least you know which side is facing out. And have you observed many people on the street that they putting this gun on the on around the in the community in everywhere? No, this is wrong. This is limited indication of use. Indication of use. Where? Some of you said in the infectious unit in hospital.
Yes.
Confirm the case. Suspect the case. Isolation unit. Okay? Not everywhere. Okay? So here, you put on this in fun. At least you know how to put on this. Many of you forget in the practicals. Remember, okay? How to put on. This is in fun. Okay? And then some with the wrinkle, some with the string. So you make it take or make the loop. So we choose the difficult one is make the loop for you, okay? So after that, then we need to cover your clothing. Remember PPE, what does PPE stand for? Yes, personal protective. So protect yourself, you cannot like this. This expose your clothing, okay? So you need to cover your body completely, okay? So in some of the sites, they will have a mirror that you look at whether you cover properly or not. And then you tie up the lock, can be on the side or at the back.
Yes.
But without that lock, easy removable lock. Okay?
Yes.
And then finally, this is the new one. Show to you. Show to you.
Sana all.
Personal protective equipment. Protect yourself. Cover as much as you can. Okay? And the final, what's the final? What is the final? Final is put on the glove. So final step is put on the glove. Okay?
Okay.
One is final step put on the glove. Yes, remember put on the glove. We suggest is don't touch the other thing. Okay? So when you put on this and then you dress up all the things, then you will contaminate very easily. Okay? And also when you put on the glove, remember, don't expose anything. That means you need to cover well all your hand. Okay. So cover all your hand with.
Naririnig ko na naman si Jan.
Cover. Without expose anything. Very small, not big on my size. So choose the correct size. So wrap the sleeve here, don't expose. Wrap the sleeve, cover all. Protect yourself as much as possible, okay? Okay? So don't touch the other thing. So this is the concept that wrap the sleeve
Kahiyo.
completely, okay? So after finish, we remove the PPE. Which part is the dirtier part? Yes, from the study that in many countries, in Hong Kong, the glove is the dirtiest. So we need to remove the dirtiest, the glove first, and then the gun, okay? But in some of the countries, they remove the gun first because it is touching the tire, so more dirty, okay? So in Hong Kong, it's same the concept as the other country, dirty at first. So some we move the gun together with the glove, but Hong Kong, we move the glove. Same, I already explained to you, okay? Holding this, okay, and inside out and holding, and then we move it, okay? Same. I don't repeat again. And then the gun is before you remove the other step, you need to hand rub first. Each step, okay? Hand rub, hand wash. And then the gun, easy though. So that's why easy removing. Okay? No dead knots, okay? After removing, in your practical, many of you forget. Remove this part. Okay, the loop or the ankle. Very good. Remember, limit the number of people involved. Because it is contaminated, dirty. So if I cannot remove it, I cannot find the root, the ending, and I can use. Just some of you make a dead knot also. In the practical, you cannot remove it. Holding the shoulder back, here, the back of the shoulder, or this part. And this comparatively, the back is more clean than the front, okay? So holding the back, and then pull it, make it broken. And then straight your hand. Many of you forget, so what is meaning of this? So, straight your hand like this. Straight your hand to make this away from your body. Okay? In your handbook already have. Okay? So we need to big picture. Okay? Here, away from you. Okay?
Yes.
Okay? And then wrap outside. What is meaning of wrap? That means we move it internal out. Away from your body to wrap the inside outwardly. Okay? Wrap it outwardly. Okay? Like this. And some like this to make it. So remember, many will forget. Okay? And away from you to wrap inside out. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, understand? Okay?
Okay.
So after that, hand rub. Hand wash. And then remove the cap first by pulling back. And then this is more clean, the face shield, protected. Okay? So that's why we're touching that part and we're moving. And don't touch the face shield, this part. This is more dirty, contaminated. Only the back covered by the cap. And then the end of the goggle, that's rub elastic band, remove it. Okay? Hand wash. And final is the mask and hand wash again. Okay?
Yes.
So that is what we say the removing the PPE. Okay?
Okay.
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 Remember, okay?
Okay.
In your practical, don't forget again, okay? In another practical, we will try to let you see whether you remember or not, okay?
Okay.
And then, after that, what is the final? The mask to protect all the medical stuff using an elastic band. The band at the back of the head and at the back of the leg, and that is completely sealed, prevent anything in and out. And when working in the emergency department, I remember that they have a device detect. You have some leak, you properly adjust again. Okay, no more, then you can enter. So it is completely sealed, okay? And commonly we using what? Surgical mask, okay? This is a surgical mask, 3 layer, okay? So some of you now using Korea style, Japanese style, very different style, okay? And 94, okay? Washable, disposable, okay? So some using disposable, some using washable. Actually, the mask can washable for socially, but for all the medical stuff, we still suggest minimum, at least surgical mask can protect medical stuff because the outer layer is waterproof. In the middle layer is the bacterial viral filter, and the inner layer facing to the face is a bit soft fiber. Okay, so surgical mask we have two types. What is the type? This one is the shrink type. So this one. Why they using this shrink type?
For surgical.
Yes, surgical surgeon using.
Yes.
Yes, because they don't want to wrap around the ear too long. Some surgeons, they will have over 10-hour surgery.
They use it.
Surgical time very long, so they have irritate. So surgical shrink mask usually is long allergy type, usually long allergy. They wrap around at the back of the head and wrap around at the back of the neck and don't wrap around the ear.
Yes.
So in the beginning of COVID-19 neck of mask, they're using this and wrap around the ear, but that is not proper way. They don't want to wrap around the ear, so they use this one, okay? So remember how to do this, okay? In your practical, you will try to put it on for the model. And this one is the most common, elastic loop. So I want to ask here, some is different size, small size, some is bigger. Okay, for the kids. Hey, this one come for less amount of more hot using this. No pediatric adult. Okay, so this color, which side facing out?
Blue. Blue
Yes,
is out.
blue color picture. Beautiful. Show out. Okay, color show out. Okay, but some is colorless. Same color or which side is facing out? Which side is facing out?
Nagtatago ako.
Depende pa sa
Nagtatago ako.
And where?
Bawal lang sila.
Very good. Very good. Which side is facing out? Some of you wearing the mask warning, but don't change it back. Next time you know what is correct side facing out. Next time you change it back. What beautiful mask you have. Some diamond crystal on the mask. This one, how to look at? Very good. Some said look at the look.
Yes.
Some said, yes, look at the phone. Yes, look at the phone. Actually, we look at the phone. What is meaning? Now this color facing out, but this color, same color. Just look at the phone. The phone is facing down and out. So what is the meaning? This one. When this is facing out, the phone is down and out.
Yes.
So in the practical, remember this one. Facing out and down like this is because outer is waterproof, remember. Okay, waterproof. So when you turn this side, this is not waterproof. This side is a bit soft and absorb some of our vapor when we are talking, breathing. So that will be some droplets. Saliva will also absorb around here. So waterproof can prevent. And these also have folding and have gaps that can trap many things. So that's why remember to look at the folding, pointing out and down. Okay, not look at the loop. Okay? So this is the concept. So some of you put Ronnie today. So don't turn it back. Okay? Don't change the inside outwardly next time. Okay, because this is already contaminated. This is the most dirty part. Prevent anything directly into your mouth and nose. So that's why don't touch it. Don't put in the folding out, but out. And don't cover only the mouth, including the nose, and don't put on the head, and don't put into the pocket directly. This is the dirtiest part. And some, during eating, they put it down and eat it. Remember, exposed part is the dirty, so you contaminate, put back to your mouth. So some of the condition we need to reuse again, put into the mask container and wash hand and holding the loop rather than holding here. Okay? These parts supposed more dirty. After you need to reuse again, put it on, holding the loop and then hand rub again. Okay? So now enough masks, many made in Hong Kong. So that's why all the medical staff we suggest remove and then change a new. Okay? But this is no a special time for you when you need to change. How many hours? Okay? For medical staff, maybe 4 to 5 hours after working, they have their meal, then they need to change. But for all the general people in the house, that is just depends. Okay? And beautiful mask for that. With what? Taiwan. Okay, made in Taiwan. So remember, okay, which part facing out in your practical, you also try. Finally, the tool is proper dispose of the used item. Just remember, seal up the lock it. Don't flow everywhere. And in the hospital, all the bloody vein, body tissue, with any human cell tissue that needs to put into the wet niche plastic bag and seal it properly before discard because for special incineration. And the sharp balls, yellowish. They put the sharp balls in yellowish, okay, sharp ball in the hospital nursing home for special incineration also. And some reusable laundry bag, especially in the hospital, the linen, the pajama, they need to reuse again. So follow different of the company guideline to discard all the things. But the concept is before discard, dispose, you must tie up, seal it properly. Okay? And finally, the isolation. Use of isolation. Remember the final 5 basic principles. Use of isolation. I don't repeat again. Already explained to you through the different way, the mode of transmission. We added different of the isolation way. Okay? So, any question about this infection? This is the control.